Hey there, my name is Ken, and I'm from the Educational Engineering team. This is a continuation of our course. We're on the chapter 4 already. This is all about getting to know you, the most common electronic components. Electronic folks refer to the assortment of odds and ends that go into a circuit, collectively as components. These are the things that make a circuit work, although you can make a complete circuit with just a battery, some wire, and a light bulb. Most electronics projects uses a few more components such as resistors, capacitors, diodes, transistors, and integrated circuits. You can think of these components as the common building blocks of the typical electronics gizmo. Now, in this chapter, you will be listening about the most common electronic components used in circuits, like what they are, what you can use them for, and what they do. And because part of becoming an electronics pro includes being able to identify components by the way they look, you discover how to do that in this chapter as well. On this course, you'll be learning all about getting the lowdown on resistors, quickly changing resistance with potentiometers, and why do you do this? And also, you'll be discovering how to pick the best capacitor for your circuit. And then, you'll also learn on how to decode common markings on resistors and capacitors. And then also, delving into diodes, including the kind that light up, and then, the truth about transistors. Lastly, we'll tackle on understanding integrated circuits. Now, these topics are quite interesting, if I may add. So, are you ready? Let's head on to the first topic. Viva la resistors. Electric current is simply the motion of electrons from one place to another through a wire. The more electrons that are flowing, the higher the current. Resistors have an apt name. They resist. The electrical current going through them, you can think of resistors as brakes for electrons. By controlling the electrons going through a resistors, you can make a circuit do different things. Resistors may be the primary building blocks of circuits, so you see them quite a bit in electronic projects. Now here are some of the things you can use them for. First, limiting current to another component. Some parts, such as light-emitting diodes or the LEDs, they eat up current. Like kids eat candy bars and they try to gobble up as much as you give them. Then, you have to some way to change how hard you push the pedal. In order to have control over the flow of electrons, that control involves modifying the resistance of a resistor. Electronics dabblers know the amount of resistance in a resistor as the ohm, typically presented By the Greek capitalized letter omega, the higher the ohm value, the more resistance the component provides. To understand how you can adjust resistance, you should know that there are two basic types of resistors, fixed and variable. Now here's how they differ. For the fixed resistor, it supplies the predetermined resistance to current. Color coding identifies the value of the most fixed resistors. The color coding starts near the edge of the resistor and is comprised of 4, 5, and sometimes 6 bands of different colors. Meanwhile, for the variable resistor, it is also called as the potentiometer. It allows for the continual adjustment from virtually no ohms to some maximum value. The potentiometer usually has the maximum value printed on it somewhere, and you can see the section on the dialing with potentiometer later on this video.